Stay tuned as we look into the in-depth story of Ridouan Taghi and his role in the Morocco Mafia, the Amsterdam and global underworld. But before we embark on this journey, we will briefly introduce the Dutch criminal underworld, a world riddled with intrigue, power struggles, and larger-than-life characters. The Dutch criminal underworld is a complex and varied terrain with a wide range of criminal organizations engaged in a variety of illicit activities, such as prostitution, drug trafficking, and money laundering. Dutch organized crime has been increasingly partnered with criminal organizations in other nations, including Belgium, Morocco, and Colombia in recent years. Drug trafficking, money laundering, and violence are just a few of the many crimes in which the Morocco Mafia is also involved in. The Morocco Mafia is a name that describes various Dutch criminal organizations that are primarily made up of people of mostly Moroccan descent. These organizations are specialized in trafficking large quantities of cocaine and synthetic drugs through Spain, Portugal, the Netherlands, and Belgium, from where it is distributed to the rest of the European continent. The Morocco Mafia is one of the most dominant participants in the European drug trade. The organizations of the Morocco Mafia have grown to play a significant role in the Dutch criminal underground and are renowned for its vicious and effective activities. Well-known criminals associated with the Morocco Mafia include Gwenet Martha, Najib Boubou, Benauf Adawi, Hossein Ait Sosan, Said Razouki, and Ridouan Taghi. But who is the latter? Who is the man behind one of the most violent gangs of the Morocco Mafia, and how did he become one of the biggest and most feared kingpins? Ridouan Taghi was born on December 20th, 1977 in the north of Morocco. In 1980, he moved to Vianen in the Netherlands with his parents, older brother, and 2 sisters, while in the Netherlands another 6 sisters and 1 brother were born. His father was a construction worker, and his mother was a housewife. At age 17, Taghi quit his vocational education in Nieuwegein. For a while, he ran a grill room on the Amsterdamse Straatweg in Utrecht. In 2009, he deregistered with the Dutch Population Administration. Taghi began his criminal career at a young age. In the early 1990s, he joined the youth gang Bad Boys. The Bad Boys were active in the Amsterdamse Straatweg in Utrecht and the Mall City Plaza in Nieuwegein. This youth gang included some 50 youths from around Nieuwegein, Vianen, and Utrecht. He was first arrested in 1992 for burglary and possession of weapons. He was later found guilty of other offenses, such as assault and extortion. Taghi quickly rose through the ranks of the Dutch criminal underworld. He is suspected of involvement in drug trafficking, money laundering, and violence. He is also suspected of having ordered the murders of several rivals. Between 1992 and 2000, he was convicted regularly, including for his involvement in brawls, burglaries, and weapons possession. He also deals in weapons. Taghi's relationships expanded along with his engagement in criminal activities. He grew close to others who had the same goals and interests as him. These early relationships will be crucial to his journey. Taghi was able to learn important information about the Dutch organized criminal scene because of these ties. He gained knowledge of drug trafficking, smuggling, and the power relationships that exist in the criminal underworld. Later on, Ridouan Taghi focuses on drug trafficking. He becomes the underworld lord. He specialized in creating criminal organizations and alliances that functioned as global cocaine cartels. He is thought to have planned several assassinations and assaults and kidnapping during the Morocco War. The DEA estimated that around a third of all cocaine trafficking in Europe was done through his organization, which had a virtual monopoly on Peruvian cocaine. Documents produced by the DEA and sent to the Dutch police exposed what appeared to be a super drug cartel headed by Ridouan Taghi alongside Rafael Imperiale, who is a Camorra drugs and arms dealer, Daniel Kinahan, who is an Irish reputed gang boss, and Eden Gakinen, who is a Bosnian drug trafficker. After the decryption of telecommunications servers of Enetcom by the Dutch and Canadian authorities, it also exposed a very close and personal friendship between Ridouan Taghi and Chilean cartel boss Rico Eduardo Riquelme Vega, also known as El Rico, who was arrested in Santiago, Chile in 2017. Following the arrest of Benauf A in 2013 and the assassinations of two rival drug lords, Gwenet Mata and Samir Boya Krishan, in 2014 Taghi was able to establish himself as one of the most powerful drug traffickers in Europe. The Dutch government also considered him to be one of the most dangerous drug traffickers in Europe. Ridouan Taghi was able to keep a very low profile and run his operation unknowingly for many years. The Dutch authorities were only able to paint a clear picture of Taghi after Nabil B, a former member of Taghi's organization, decided to turn over the state's evidence. Nabil B was involved as a driver in a contract killing attempt, but the killers accidentally killed Hakim Changachi instead of the intended target. Changachi was part of a local crime family that allied himself with Taghi. Because of the accidental killing, the relationship between Taghi and the Changachi family turned sour. Taghi allegedly wanted to kill Nabil B as a punishment for being involved in killing the wrong person, which eventually led to Nabil B collaborating with the Dutch authorities instead. As a result of this, Taghi ordered the killing of the innocent brother of Nabil B, who was a respected business owner. Also, his lawyer, Dirk Wiersum, was assassinated on the orders of Taghi, which eventually shocked the Netherlands. The Dutch parliament considered this an attack on the Dutch legal system and the Dutch state, and a manhunt on Taghi by the Dutch authorities was eventually launched. Following the attack on the Dutch news outlet Die Telegraaf and the murders of journalist Martin Kok and lawyer Dirk Wiersum, Ridouan Taghi became the most wanted man in the Netherlands for several years, with multiple international arrest warrants in his name. On the Interpol list, he was also included as one of the primary fugitives. The Dutch government offered the greatest reward ever for a wanted fugitive, 100,000 euros, to anyone who might provide information that could have resulted in his capture. Taghi's right-hand man, Said Rezaki, took refuge in Medellin, Colombia, under the protection of the Oficina de Envigado and the Clan del Golfo cartel. Yet he was subsequently detained by the DEA, the FBI, and the Colombian authorities. Dubai police arrested the alleged head of a cocaine trafficking gang. Ridouan Taghi was arrested on December 16, 2019 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. He was extradited to the Netherlands 3 days later. Moroccan-born Ridouan Taghi, 41, who was wanted on international arrest warrants for murder and drug trafficking, was held at a house in the Gulf Emirate. Dutch Police Chief Erik Akkerboom said Taghi's arrest was of great importance for the Netherlands and followed cooperation between the two countries. Dubai police said in a statement that Taghi entered the country through Dubai's airport using a passport and a visa with a fake identity. It added that he lived in a residential area in Dubai where he wasn't exercising any criminal activity and where he had assistance from various nationalities. However, Taghi's arrest and trial have weakened his criminal organization. It has lost several of its important members, and it is battling to hold on to control of the Dutch narcotics trade. It is unclear what the future holds for Taghi, his organization, or the Mocro Mafia. If Taghi is convicted and sentenced to a long prison term, the group is likely to decline even further. However, if Taghi escapes from prison, Taghi's organization and the Mocro Mafia could maybe regain its former strength. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and comment, sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It only takes a second, but it immensely helps the channel. See you in the next one.